Aquarius, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be your general message. Keep in mind, this is for any major Aquarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and energy and timing is fluid. So this reading is timeless. Whenever you're guided to watch it, there's likely going to be a message in here for you, but I ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate, Aquarius, and leave behind the rest. I want to talk about some of the energies that came through when I was kind of meditating on your energies, preparing to tap in, and I feel you're going through a major ego demise. So let's talk about the ego fall for Aquarius. So I feel a lot of energies are impacting my Aquarius collective at like this deep supernatural level. So I think get ready to be spending some time getting to the crux of a situation. I feel like this energy of being taken to the cross, nailed to the cross when it comes to some subconscious reprogramming for my Aquarius collective. So expect major changes when it comes to your psychological inner world is kind of what I feel. And digging up all of these deeply repressed parts of your human psyche, any deeply repressed emotions, and you're kind of going to be forced to confront them head on in the energies. So this really is a time to kind of confront any self-destructive behaviors, Aquarius. And I know it's uncomfortable. I've had to do it myself. So I feel this is a time of letting things go that really have been holding you back from your fullest potential. And it is like the breakdown of the ego and the reprogramming of the subconscious mind for my Aquarius collective. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards. We're going to start off by using the Quantum Oracle deck. So love, the honoring path. So you could be this loving woman, or you could have somebody in the background waiting for you to get your shit together. I'm not entirely sure, but somebody here has a lot of love to give. And I think this is kind of a big lesson in integrity. And they do want me to grab the book when it comes to the honoring path. I've not grabbed the book for any of these readings yet. So Aquarius, it's your lucky day. So let's read into this honoring path, because I feel you are tapping into some spiritual energy. 7 is the number from heaven. 7 is the number of the mystic. And this is where you're kind of asked to take that long, hard look in the mirror. Are you honoring yourself? Are you really embracing true love of self? Or have you been playing into some ego desires? So a shift when it comes to how you view the world, a foundation of self. The honoring path is all about stepping into integrity. So have you been living in high regard? Because I kind of feel you've been disrespecting yourself on a deep personal level. And there's going to be a major shift in beliefs, a major shift in attitudes, in your own attitudes towards how you look at yourself. And this is where you kind of start to see the best in yourself and to break down any negativity that's really kept you in low regard. So where are you needing to get back into high regard when it comes to self-respect? If you don't see the best in you, then others are not going to see the best in you either. So this is like an increased time of self-intention, self-awareness, mastering your thoughts, and mastering these negative behaviors once and for all. So a powerful energy when it comes to self-respect, dignity, integrity, and authentic power, not controlling power. So a lot of vibrations coming in for my Aquarius collective with the true love and the integrity, the honoring path. So I think it's time to acknowledge where you've been resisting this transformation. And if you want people to acknowledge you back, then I think it's time to dismiss the lower ego. Maybe your life is filled with a bunch of people that don't see your worth and don't see your value and take advantage of you, Aquarius. But you have to be willing to set the stage of what it is that you will tolerate and not tolerate in your life. You have to set the stage, and you have to get back into conscious control of your life. Wow, it's time to break this negative cycle of continually living according to other people's agendas. And maybe this is breaking down a long-standing ancestral belief. And I think the energy is feeling very foreign to you. But I think you're being asked to make yourself a priority. You're being asked to, respect yourself and to start choosing healthy habits. And maybe that will start by loving self-talk, Aquarius. So you're being asked to lead yourself out of this destruction and to know that you deserve to embrace self-care, that you truly are a valuable person. And maybe that's what it's going to take to bring a loving person into your life. So let's keep going. Aquarius, wow, right out the gate. Very tough, very heavy energy. So it's time to step into your fullest potential and to reevaluate what's been holding you back from that, because there is a new beginning in love here, and it always does start with self, and your self-respect and your dignity will make you magnetically attractive for a brand new cycle in love. So getting back to basics, 6 is a journey to balance and harmony. So what is imbalanced in your life? Maybe it's some friends and colleagues that have been holding you back. Maybe it's time to put the bottle down if you're a heavy drinker. But I think a social structure is definitely being reevaluated, and maybe a committed partnership. But I feel you want the best of the best, and you're going to have to face this internal conflict, all of these inner tensions. Whatever's been repressed and oppressed emotionally below the surface is going to be forced to the forefront to confront in order to achieve this milestone moment. So huge, huge ego demise. And I think you've been on the fence back and forth, and you've been trying to repress all kinds of emotions, and I think get ready for them to surface with a vengeance is kind of what I'm feeling, Aquarius. But let's see what else needs to come through for you. What other energies need to come through for Aquarius? I think you've been in a state of prolonged procrastination, lacking that decisive action, and it's kind of time to follow your intuition. I think you're manifesting happy success in your life, but it's going to require a loss. You're going to have to let something go that you've held on to for a very long time. And maybe you've held on to it because of your ego, because of the emotions attached to a situation. But there's going to be an energy shakeup, an event of some sort, because you're kind of at the crossroads. And you've been playing it safe, and you can't keep playing it safe. You're journeying to balance the scales is what I'm feeling, and setting those clear intentions. It is about getting back into integrity. So your intuition's been nudging you, telling you, hey, this niggling feeling, this uncomfortable feeling is saying, hey, you're not listening to your intuition. If you want to manifest happy success in your life, it's kind of time to learn a valuable lesson. And I feel something coming back around from the past that you've buried deep inside, that you've repressed in your psyche, is coming to the forefront in order for this huge release. And whatever lesson you're learning is going to put you in a position to maybe step into a teaching role of some sort, maybe to help other people. You know, when we recover from massive loss in our life and we know how to pick up the pieces and we put ourselves back together, then, you know, maybe it's our duty to step into teaching others how to stop playing it safe and how to really stand in true benevolent present power. So I think you're being asked to honor the sacredness of your own divinity and to embrace this shift in consciousness, because I do feel a lot of ancestral energy around you, a lot of spiritual energies around you, getting you to restructurize your foundation on how you view the world around you. So let's jump in with some tarot, Aquarius, and see what else needs to come through for you. Brand new beginning, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords. That's your energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So it's a huge release of people, places, and things that no longer serve you, that you maybe been holding on to due to your ego desires. So maybe it's time to focus on a new career path, Aquarius. Maybe it's time to stop holding yourself back. And maybe it's time to file for divorce. Maybe it's time to be single for a while. But I feel whatever you're cutting out of your life needs to go if you want a magical new opportunity to come forward. And I feel you've got blocks to your creativity. And maybe it's time to finish something that was started a long time ago that you've repressed deep within your psyche. And maybe you've been playing into addictive, self-destructive behaviors, preventing you from a brand new beginning in love. The Ace of Cups. A beautiful new emotional experience is trying to come in, quite likely with a loving woman, Aquarius. A deep relationship, and I think you're going through an awakening of your psychic gifts, of some spiritual insights, and you're being asked to follow that intuition to stop deceiving yourself. I think maybe you've had a lot of questionable motives. Maybe you've been playing into your ego, and it's kind of time to find a better way of doing things, Aquarius. And it is time to get back into integrity and to get rid of all of these people you've been connected with that lack integrity and have questionable motives. Because let's face it, we are the company we keep. Are you keeping healthy space, or are you playing into all of these manipulations within a social circle? Because I feel you're at the crossroads. And it's kind of time to take those next steps, to move forward, to expand, So let's see what needs to come through for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What other energies need to come through for Aquarius? 3 right out the gate. I can't see them yet. They didn't flip over. But there's going to be an unexpected choice in love. Oh my gosh. The Chariot, the 8 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. So slowest moving knight in the deck. And that Chariot is fast energy. And then we get the Lovers underneath the Chariot. So I think you've been in a connection where there's not been a lot of intimacy. And you're being asked to embrace true love of self, in order to have that intimate connection with another. So there is a reunion of some sort coming out dead center. But I think you're facing all kinds of blocks and challenges and delays. Maybe because of some past poor decisions that you made. Maybe you went towards another lover and it didn't turn out the way you wanted. And maybe you want to go back to somebody else, or somebody you're dealing with went in another direction and now they want to come back in. I feel they want to plan for the long-term future to have success. And somebody, without a doubt, is learning a very painful lesson about a missed opportunity. Wow. So, yeah, everything's going to come to a dead stop, and you're going to keep facing challenges and obstacles until you get back on track, until you do the right thing. There's a need to kind of make amends for maybe somebody that you hurt in the past. And I think this is what's been repressed in the psyche, is all of this past heartbreak that you've not wanted to look at. And if you want to let go of the past, you kind of got to go into it, you got to feel it, and you got to heal it, and embrace the personal growth that comes from the pain, that comes from the challenges, because movement is coming. And we're always rewarded when we do the hard work and we rebalance any negative situations from the past. So it's about embracing your determination and your willpower to do the deep dive, to do the work, mastering this lesson, learning all you can about spirituality, all you can about what spiritual skills and talents that you have, and being loyally dedicated to your spiritual mission, to your spiritual path. So a major rebalancing in priorities, and I feel like everything's kind of happening all at once for my Aquarius collective, and it's kind of time to learn something new. And maybe this will require you going back to school, embracing a new level of esoteric studies, and paying attention to the details. Maybe you are seeking out a mentor or a teacher of some sort, or maybe you will be stepping into that teaching role or that mentorship role, but you're gonna have to plan carefully. I think there's apprehension to this transformation, and you've not been paying attention to the signs, the details, and the synchronicities. And there is like a guardian figure on the other side that's been watching over you, trying to get you to embrace true love. And when we have grief in our heart, that blocks us from being emotionally available. So there is a need to go into any grief, any repressed grief in the heart and in the psyche, if you are going to start planning for long-term future successes. So it's about reevaluating your past choices, and you're going to keep meeting challenges and delays and blockages when it comes to a reunion until you go into the depths of this pain and purge and release it. And I think it is all the way back to childhood, some repressed childhood trauma. And I think you've been on the defense, you've been guarded in the heart chakra, and you feel like you constantly have to defend yourself. So I think be prepared to stand up for yourself. The angels are asking you to go into this core wound and to heal any misunderstandings from the past. And that might require reaching out and sending somebody an apology. We got a couple of 3s, so... And we've got movement here, but it might require making an unexpected choice between 2 people, because I do think you got somebody on your mind, somebody on your heart, something that you've not wanted to look at from the past, maybe all the way back from childhood, revisiting old childhood patterns, embracing some deep inner child healing, revisiting maybe a past romance that you walked away from that you've not wanted to look back at because it did deeply hurt. And I feel this resurgence, but it's going to require you to embrace some changes. And I think you've been keeping your foot stuck in the wheel, not wanting to change, not wanting to break down these ego beliefs. And if you want delays to end, I think get ready to make a very sudden, unexpected choice when it comes to embracing positive changes. And this might require you getting in a vehicle and going somewhere quickly. So you are encouraged to release the pride and to release the ego and to do what is right when it comes to healing any past wounding, because I do feel you failed to miss a beautiful, magical opportunity, and you've been sitting in depression, sitting in soul suppression, missing the point that maybe that cup is still there, but it might require a conversation and an apology of some sort. So I think you've allowed all kinds of distractions from keeping you from going into the depths of this psyche, into the depths of this pain. You've been very discontent and bored wherever you've been at. And I think you're going to be getting a major wake-up call when it comes to some wishes being granted. So Aquarian energy, there's healing coming in. If you want your dreams to come true, you kind of got to choose to release the challenges, and you kind of got to choose to go into the tunnel of darkness and to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because you've definitely been playing into fear. Fear is an illusion. Fear is an ego-based energy, and it's likely kept you in an illusion, not listening to your intuition, not paying attention to the signs that the divine has been bringing forward. And it's created all of this unnecessary fear, unnecessary worry, and there's going to be a revelation that will make everything clear coming up here. So let's take a look at this Chariot, this Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, because it's feeling like fast energy, slow energy. So I think you've been thinking long and hard about what it is you need to do, and I do feel it's going to require packing up and relocating. So I do feel somebody getting in their driver's seat and going in a new direction. Cancer. Could be dealing with a Cancer. But I feel a lot of swords. There's been a lot of subconscious discomfort in the mind space when it comes to these unhealthy habits, unhealthy people, places, and things that are no longer serving you. So it's time to get rigorously honest and to use that double-edged sword to break free from a very challenging situation. Maybe you were always dealing with people that belittled you and gaslit you, and I think it's time to bring peace back into your life. If you want to end this state of depression, suppression, or even physical illness, it might require relocating, because it's kind of time to put that final nail in the coffin and to end out a long and daunting process that's brought you a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, and a lot of ill health. And there's a need to release a long-standing burden if you want to step into these higher vibrations. So there is going to be a loss, because you've been playing it safe, and maybe you've been planning to take action, but you've not had the gumption or the ability to take action. And I feel it's kind of time to release a long-standing burden, without a doubt. So what do you need to get off your shoulders? What do you need to get off your shoulders? So let's take a look at the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, the Emperor, and the Page of Cups. There's that apology. Somebody needs to come in with an apology. And somebody is coming in with an apology very quickly. Oh my God, I went in the wrong direction. I'm so sorry. I've been facing nothing but challenges and emotional discontentment since I walked away from you. So I think get ready for an unexpected arrival. There's somebody rushing in, loyal, dedicated, logical. Somebody's getting ready to take charge of their life, and they want to build a structured foundation with you. So I think get ready to receive an apology, either from Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or an Aries, perhaps. This Emperor is Aries energy. This is a boss, a leader, a business owner of some sort. This could be like a CEO of a company or something. And I think they're preparing to send a message regarding a relationship that never really got off the ground in the past. So Get ready for an invitation of some sort when it comes to wishes being granted, because somebody, I feel, sees you as their wish fulfillment, and they want to bring healing into a situation, and they've been lacking faith that this can actually become their realities. So let's look at these delays. Release. The Empress. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. So I do feel a feminine that's already healed, that's very single, very grounded, very stable, quite possibly self-employed business owner herself. The Empress is a creator. She gives birth to dreams. She's a creator. She creates. She creates life. She creates business ideas. And I feel a feminine here that's worked really hard to release maybe a very painful ending where there wasn't any closure. So maybe it's time for that finality, that final nail, that final conversation to close out a past cycle that will likely lead to a brand new beginning, because we have a true pair here. We have a divine pair here, and maybe you've been in a period of separation. Maybe it's been 9 months. Maybe it's been 9 years or 3 years, but I feel a need to revisit something from the past in order for a new beginning. But there's also a need to release some situations and some people that have been holding you back as part of your spiritual transformation to come forward. So I think there's fear keeping somebody stuck, without a doubt. And maybe one or both of you have gone through profound spiritual transformation, but I feel a feminine who's doing pretty good here. She's enjoying the good life. She's not looking for anything. She's not chasing anybody. She's sitting there. She knows her worth. She knows her value. And she's transformed a negative situation into a positive. So something coming to a close. And I think there's been a lack of decision when it comes to rebalancing some karma from the past. So let's look at this Three of Swords, Nine of Wands. And we just got the balance in reverse. So there's been no balance since you've left this person's life. There's been no balance. There's been stress. There's been unfounded fear. Somebody's been just trying to focus on their finances and their work, maybe overworking. Somebody wants to come in and be a good person. I don't think they supported you in the past. They weren't there for you. And they're hoping everything can turn out beautifully. Maybe somebody felt like they had to have financial security and prosperity before coming into this Empress. And let's face it, the Empress isn't going to settle for anything less than she deserves. So somebody's been going through a period of awakening, and they've not had balance in their life. They've had all kinds of unfounded fear, very ungrounded. This fearful energy is kind of growing out of proportion. Sleepless nights, nightmares, when it comes to reflecting and gaining the insights about this missed opportunity. So awakening to see things in a whole new light. Pisces energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then we got Sag, but it came out in reverse. So there's a need for moderation, there's a need for balance, and there's a need to speak up. And I think maybe you've been very patient, waiting for somebody to regain a sense of self-control and to learn a lesson and to go into the depths of feeling this missed opportunity. So somebody's coming forward in a whole new light after going through a period of negative self-fulfilling prophecies, facing all kinds of delays and challenges when it comes to a brand new beginning and this new emotional experience. So get ready to receive a love letter, a phone call, an offer, an invite of some sort to deepen a relationship that I feel was a missed opportunity in the past. So let's get you a couple last messages from Spirit. Stay in positive vibration. I feel this Empress is in very high vibration, and it's creating an epiphany when it comes to somebody that's walked away from this Empress. So you decide who you are. You know what you've got going on. So I feel a masculine here that's been depleted, dissatisfied in every area of his life ever since he walked out of your life. And he's not been willing to try a different approach. And maybe this was a big lesson in drawing some firm boundaries. But I think somebody's getting ready to try a different approach, because I think they got a lot of love for you, and they see this as somebody that they want to build a family with, and they're seeking some guidance and support. And they're praying that there can be an amazing impact. And I think maybe this person didn't really treat you with much dignity and respect. and it caused a lot of pain on both sides. But I think, yeah, the teacher energy came through again. So get ready to learn a valuable lesson. A lesson about happiness and prosperity. So the more you stay in high vibration, the more you can call that into your life. There's going to be a very amazing outcome, a good outcome that will bring happiness and prosperity. But you're going to have to recapture this vitality, and it's going to take a very emotional conversation, because the universe has been sending you both the signs, and somebody decided to compromise their integrity and to not go after wish fulfillment, maybe going towards a karmic contract just so they didn't have to be alone. And there's going to be a major shift in perspective with that Hanged Man. Somebody's gaining a shift in perspective. Maybe they've been in a period of self-punishment, learning a valuable lesson. So a lot of understanding when it comes to this miscommunication and seeing things from the other's point of view. So overcoming obstacles, facing these challenges, and getting ready to celebrate. This could even lead to an engagement of some sort that could lead to a wedding or even the conception of a child down the road. So I think get ready for somebody to come in and choose you as their family, somebody that made a very unwise choice in the past, knowing that now there's a better way. And I think they're coming in with integrity, because they did lack integrity in the past and they had questionable motives, and they want to come in with the truth, because I think you already know the truth is kind of what I'm feeling. And that's what I got for you, Aquarius. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, please feel free to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.